Manesi opa notification kuhurumende yava Mnangagwa pachirongwa chavo chekumhomira kushanda apo pari kuziviswa about national wide Nurses Strike put pressure on Mnangagwa over salary concern. Kusangana kwatinoita zvakare pana pachannel yenyu yeMagaba News patinobata nhau dzinenge dzichiitika maererano nedzemunyika yedu yeZimbabwe, tichitikana pane vachangosvika pano paMagaba News. Mukana wekubaya button rakanzi subscribe nekutena notification bell kuitira kuti mugonzwa nhau dzematongerwo enyika zvinenge zvichiitika munyika yedu yeZimbabwe. So zuva ranhasi musi wa 20 April 2026 tauya tikabata nhau yemanurses munyika yeZimbabwe, nzvimbo dzakasiyana-siyana, Bulawayo, Harare, Mutare, nzvimbo dzese dzemunyika yeZimbabwe. Manesi akanda matuzi pasi achiti iwo tamomira kushanda for 3 days, dzavari kuti iwo vachamomira kushanda muzvipatara umu sezvo havasi kufara nemugowo wavari kupiwa nehurumende. Last month vakaisa chichemo, hurumende ikati takunzwai, ikazadza kuruzhinji rwenyika yeZimbabwe ari kutsanangurwa nemanesi kunzi manyepo, vachinzi manesi akutambira mari kubva pa400 kusvika ku900, asi mari iyoyo haisiyo yakawedzerwa. Manesi akawedzerwa $30 inova iri mari yavari kutaura kuti mari iyi inoperera kutransport for 3 days dzakafanana dzavari kuita strike idzi. Ende veruzhinji vari kuchema kuti nyika yeZimbabwe, hurumende yava Mnangagwa ngaitirangarire tichiziva kuti tine mhuri dzatinoda kuchengeta, tine zvakawanda zvatinoda. So zuva ranhasi manesi atanga strike yavo, zuva ranhasi musi wa 20 April, yavari kuti vachasvika musi wa 23 April yavachange vachiona kuti hurumende ichange ichiita action here. Ikaramba yakanyarara vachange vachiona option yavachatsanangurirana kuti zvakamira sense. And also ndo mufananidzo yamuri kuona yemanesi ari kubuda aripo pascreen achiita maprotest achitendera nzvimbo dzepavanoshandira vasingashandi, vachidhimanda kuti hurumende yava Mnangagwa igadzirise chichemo chavo. So according to news maererano nechiitiko chiri kuitwa nemanurses, a national wide strike by nurses has begun, placing fresh public pressure on President Emmerson Mnangagwa and his government over ongoing concern over about low salaries in the public health sector. According to updates shared by Zimbabwe Nurses Association, nurses across the country as official downed tools declaring that enough is enough. The industrial action is expected to last for 3 days and affect government hospital nationwide. The strike comes after months of growing frustration among healthcare workers who say their earnings are no longer enough to meet basic living costs. Nurses urge that despite their critical role in the health care system, their compensation has remained far below expectation. Earlier reports indicated that the strike and initial being delayed. This followed assurance from the government that a salary review would be carried out. However, according to the nurses union, and the outcome of that review did not meet their expectation. The union claims that the government implement an average salary increment of around $30. Well, this adjustment was acknowledged. Nurses saying it falls far short from what is needed to address the rising cost of living for many. The increase have been described as insufficient and disconnected from the reality faced by workers on the ground. As a result, nurses have now taken the step to protest, calling for more meaningful engagement and improvement condition. The strike has drawn attention not only because of its scale, but also because of the essential service that nurses provide. Image and the reports circulating online show a group of nurses gathered in different areas standing in solidarity and voicing their concern. The mood appears calm but determined, with the healthcare workers united in their message for better pay. The situation raised concern about the potential implement on a public healthcare service during the strike period. Government hospitals rely heavily on nurses for day-to-day operating, and any disruption may affect patient care. However, the nurses maintain that their action is necessary to push for long-term solution. At the center of this issue, the broader economic challenge facing many public sectors workers in Zimbabwe, rising cost of living, food, transport, and basic service have made it increasingly difficult for salaries to keep up. Nurses say they are simply asking for a fair compensation that reflects both their workload and the current economic environment. So far, there has been no detailed public response outline new measures from authority following the start of the strike. However, the development placed the government under pressure to re-engage with the healthcare workers and address their concern. For President Mnangagwa's administration, this strike represents a critical moment. The handling of this situation could influence public confidence, particularly in how the government responds to the needs of essential workers. The Zimbabwe Nurses Association has encouraged the public to follow updates through its official communication platform, signaling that further development may follow, determining on how discussions with authority proceed. As the 3-day strike unfolds, attention will remain focused on whether both sides can find a common ground. For now, nurses across Zimbabwe are standing firm, hoping their message will be lead to meaningful change. Mura Zimbabwe ndozvo zvikubuda ndo mashoko atakabata pano paMagaba News. Chikuzivisai kuti manesi atanga strike yavo ya 3 days. Ndidzo nhau dzatakabata tukutendai nekutsigira Magaba News.